Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Ortiz back with another nice little video here, and I'm gonna give you guys an update on Pikachu here. See if you guys can help me out. See if my subscribers can help me out with this. So, told you guys I got this like some years back. I got it from Radio Shack. Quick cover story about it. It's not digital proportions, not hobby grade. It's toy grade. It's 27 megahertz, so it lets you know right there. But it's 4-wheel drive. It is by Maisto Tech, which first glance I didn't read the Maisto Tech. I actually thought it was those one mods something. But that is pretty much what Radio Shack only sold. You can go and get them at Radio Shack. But anyways, so Pikachu here is gonna go through a major change. I don't have a problem with this body so much. I like the body. It's a Toyota Hi Lux from what I can tell, so pretty cool. But it looks like a monster truck without the fat tires so much. But it's not fast like a monster truck. It's really torquey, but not fast at all. So I think what I'm gonna do is retire this body to a 1/24 scale chassis. It's a hobby grade chassis. I saw it. Actually, I was checking out Tech in the Bathroom. You guys go check out his channel, Tech in the Bathroom. He had a 1/24 scale monster truck on there, and that thing was fast, and I mean it was ferocious, and I was super excited, and I subscribed to it instantly, and you guys should too. And he had a 1/24 scale truck on there. I can't recall the name right now, but that chassis would fit this Pikachu body, so that's what I'm gonna do with that. Now, as far as anything else with this little guy here, I recently had to do some work to it, and if you look right there, come in closer where the little zip ties are, I made a mistake and hot glued it right there, right where the little piece of rubber is right there. And I didn't mean to hot glue the wires. I just wanted to hot glue the area because there's a big hole right there where I had to like pretty much cut it out, because they had the wires tied up into a knot like inside like where the motherboard is. And so I had to pretty much, so what happened was I flexed, got a little bit too much flex on it right there, and it just pulled both wires, the positive and the negative wire, just pulled them and just snapped them. So the truck was not going. The only thing that worked was the steering, and that barely works, when it is going. But yeah, so I was wondering like what's going on. Like I was devastated because I'm like, oh my gosh, like my truck's like not working anymore. And to be totally honest, people, this is a toy grade truck, but I really love this little thing. It does what it's supposed to do. I mean, a little, $34, and it's I've gotten $34 out of it and more. So, but so I took it apart, to see what happened, and like I said, it was the wires were pulled, and it was a bit my fault, but it was half on Maisto Tech's fault as well, because they had the rest of the remainder of the wire tied up in the inside here. But like I said, in the motherboard. So what I had to do was take the truck apart, take apart the top half right here, go inside where the motherboard is, untie the wires, pretty much make them a little bit longer, solder them back together, and then take off the big chunk of hot glue that I had right there, and then piece it back together. And that's what I did. That's the only problem I've had with this truck, is that. And again, that was 80% my fault, 20% Maisto Tech's fault. So never had a problem with this thing. I've seen people in videos drive this through snow, driving through water with no problems at all. And while it does have digital proportion, anything on it, it still goes through. I mean, this thing loves to go off road. So my future project for this guy, and maybe like I said, maybe you guys can help me out. If not, it's okay. Like it's no big deal. But I'm gonna put a Hummer body on here, and I'm looking for more so like a H2 Hummer body. And the reason why is because I had two Hummer crawlers. One was a smaller one, is like this, probably a little bit bigger, like a 1/18 scale, and had on a 1/16 chassis. It was a cheap crawler. Got it from the Family Dollar. You probably could find it if you go look in Family Dollar. It's it comes with like a small little Toyota Tundra body, like a tiny little Toyota, like 1/36 scale Toyota Tundra body with all this 1/16 chassis, crawler chassis, but it looks crazy. But yeah, I put a Hummer body on that. It was one of my daughter's Hummers that when she was a baby, it stopped working, so I put the body on there and transplanted the body on there, and it worked for a while. Then back motor went out. Like, okay, didn't know anything about soldering or anything at the time, so soldering or anything like that, so had to toss it away. Saved some parts though. I saved the servo and wheels, so went to buy another one, and I had it for a little while. Put another Hummer body that I had. It was a Nikko. I don't know if you guys remember Nikko from back in the day. Nikko, Nikko. They had some of the best. Some of the best toy grade RCs. From monster trucks to cars. Those things would last, and they would be rough, and they were great. So anyway, it was a yellow Hummer body. I had light buckets already built in for lights. It was nice. I loved the thing. Mounted that onto another one of the cheap crawlers, the $20 crawler body chassis, and that thing lasted for the longest. But unfortunately, we had to move. We had some problems with our house, and we had to move, and we left the state. So, the state, we left the city and the state, and so we could only take what we can put into our two-door convertible BMW at the time. So, and not only did I have to get rid of that, but I had to get rid of my 110 scale monster truck project that I was working on as well. So yeah, I took a loss on a lot of things. So when I found this at Radio Shack, it was like a big deal to me because it was a truck, which I thought more so was a monster truck, and it was 4-wheel drive. So I'm like, okay, finally got a little crawler. This is called a Rock Crawler Junior, by the way, if I haven't said that before. But yeah, so back to now. I've got a thing for Hummers, RC Hummers, yellow RC Hummers at that. There's something about yellow RC Hummers when I see them on YouTube, and just like doing scale things, or just rolling around. It looks so dope. So what I'm gonna do is put a yellow Hummer on here, Hummer body, and it could be this size. It could be 1/24 scale, or it could be 1/18 scale, whatever it's gonna fit and look nice on this chassis. I'm gonna do it, and then after that, what I'm gonna do is that's where the lights are gonna come in, because Pikachu's lights is burnt out. As you can see, there's no lights on. I took the light rail off right here. There's no lights. You can see it's just empty right there, just hollowed out, because the lights to start popping. And I think they were used LEDs that I was using. I'm thinking that's the reason why. So, but I'm not gonna. It was a lot wiring those LEDs into this itty bitty body. So I want to invest into a. Man, it's raining hard. I want to invest into a Hummer body, and it's probably a little bit bigger than this. Something I could, actually do something with. And I'm gonna keep everything else the same. I'm gonna keep the side pipes the same. I'm gonna keep the wheels the same color and everything. Only thing I'm gonna change is the body. So that's for that. As far as the cosmetic is concerned. Now, man, I gotta speak up because the rain is really loud here. Now, as far as the electronics, when I had to take this truck apart, I noticed that there is space for an ESC in this thing. An ESC and a receiver. But if I get the ESC and receiver in one, that'll save me a lot of trouble. And the servo is right here. It's on top of the other motor. And I did a little research and I found out that the same motors that are in this thing are in a lot of the 124 scale crawlers. So, and that's one of the 124 scale crawlers that actually takes AA batteries and not a battery pack. So I'm thinking that that's another project right there that I could, get going. Like, I have way too many projects going, but it keeps me busy and I love it. I don't regret it because it puts me in in a different zone. It puts me in a zone, a different frame of mind. I'm happy, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. So Pikachu is going to go onto a hobby scale frame or chassis, and then I'm gonna put a Hummer on this, and I'm pretty much just gonna still roll it around. I mean, I still have fun with this thing, though it's toy grade. It's not fast, but it still crawls. It still does what it does. I mean, it has great articulation. Let me show you. I mean, the articulation on this thing is like ridiculous. Like for this little beat, look at that. All three wheels are touching the ground. That and it will crawl like that. It could get up on that rock by itself. Look at that. I mean, for a $40 little crawler, it's got some good articulation and it's got suspension. It's got shocks. Like, see that up in there? See, like, so it's got shocks and everything. But yeah, I love this little guy. I have no problems with it. I really have I don't have any regrets buying it, and I don't have any complaints other than that it's slower than it should be to me, and the steering is just like, it sucks. And everybody who has one of these says the steering sucks, which it does. I mean, when it turns, you can hardly see it turn, and when you turn it with your hand, it has more room for steering play. So I figure another servo, upgraded servo, hobby grade ESC, and and receiver, and get me a transmitter, and this thing be more fun than what it is now. And get a Hummer body on there, and I'll be good to go. So that's it for that. I'm gonna start doing. I'll do like some videos about like explaining, like doing backstories about my RCs and future mods and everything, what I'm gonna do. But a lot of the future videos gonna come up are gonna be just me. It's gonna be running videos, so it won't be any talking or anything like that. So give you guys something to look forward to. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot of running, especially with this guy. This is gonna do a lot. So alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and be blessed. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys around. Peace.